once upon a time, in the very heart of Whisperwind Woods, where the moss grew like soft green velvet and streams giggled over smooth stones, lay a hidden clearing called Glimmerdrop Glade. Here, among the toadstools that glowed with gentle light, lived a tiny fairy named Lumi, born from a sliver of morning sunbeam and a drop of pure dew. But Lumi had a secret, a worry that buzzed in her heart like a trapped bumblebee. Her light was weak. And soon, the entire forest was preparing for the most important night of the year, the Festival of 1,000 Lights. She watched as other fairies practiced. Zella zoomed past, leaving a trail of brilliant sapphire light. Orion looped through the air, his glow a steady, powerful gold. Lumi sighed, and her own light dimmed to a sad little pulse. A heavy sigh for such a small fairy. A slow, kind voice rumbled from beside her.
Oh, Barnaby, the festival is almost here, and my light is, well, it's hardly a light at all. It's more of a stutter.
It's a matter of lumens, Barnaby. Pure physics. Lumi's output is simply insufficient for a grand-scale illumination event. We've run the numbers. It's a catastrophe.
Don't listen to him, Lumi. He said my flight pattern was aerodynamically impossible, but I still get to all the best flowers. We just need a better plan.
The legends speak of the sunstone gem hidden deep in the grumbling grotto. They say it can amplify any light 100 times over. With it, my light would be the brightest of all.
A magical amplifier? The science is questionable, but the potential is undeniable.
The grumbling grotto is a long and tricky journey, little one. It is not a place for faint hearts.
Her heart was faint, she knew that. But the thought of finally shining brightly gave her a spark of courage she didn't know she had.
I have to try, but I can't do it alone.
Pippin buzzed his wings excitedly.
Of course not. What are friends for?
Together we try, together we fly, they sang, their spirits lifting. With a determined nod, the four friends set off on their grand expedition. Their first true test was the gloomy gorge, a deep chasm where the wind moaned sadly and snatched at their wings. The darkness was thick and heavy, and Lumi's light immediately began to sputter in fear.
I can't see!
Stay calm. Structural integrity is key.
But she could trust her friends. Holding onto Barnaby's steady shell, she took the first brave step onto Squeaky's bridge. As they reached the other side, Lumi realized her light hadn't gone out. It was a small victory, but it felt enormous. Their next challenge was the grumbling grotto itself. The entrance was a dark, damp cave that smelled of wet stone and ancient secrets.
It's the echo bats. They see with sound. Our footsteps are confusing them.
Barnaby spoke, his voice a low rumble that didn't echo as much as the others.
Do not fight the dark, little ones. Listen to it.
Pippin, hum for us. One steady sound.
The single, clear note cut through the confusing echoes. Using the bee's hum as a guide, the friends navigated the winding tunnels of the grotto. In the very center, perched on a pedestal of crystal, was a stone. It pulsed with a soft, internal warmth. The sunstone gem. This was it. This was the answer to all her worries. She reached out her hands and touched the gem. But nothing happened. It reflected her own little light back at her. But it didn't amplify it. It was just a stone.
It's not magic. It was just a story. I failed.
My dear Lumi, perhaps the legend was not about the stone's power, but about the journey to find it. You crossed the gorge. You faced the bats. Your light is still here. It never went out.
Her dream of dazzling the festival was gone. Heavy-hearted, they began the long journey back to Glimmerdrop Glade. They arrived just as the sun was setting. The glade was filled with fairies, their lights swirling and dancing in magnificent displays. It was more beautiful than Lumi had ever imagined, and it made her heart ache with what could have been.
Lumi, that's it. It's not about amplification. It's about distribution, reflection, prismatic dispersion.
Lumi looked at him, confused. What?
Go make a bigger light. Make more lights.
A flurry of activity erupted. Squeaky directed an army of field mice. Pippin rallied his bumblebee brethren, carefully collecting dewdrops. Barnaby, with his great strength, pushed the sunstone gem to the very center of the glade. Now, Lumi, Squeaky commanded.
No, Lumi, it's your turn. Just give us your light.
Each dewdrop caught her tiny light and, like a prism, bursted into a cascade of color. Her one small glow was multiplied into thousands upon thousands of tiny, dancing lights. Lumi's light wasn't the brightest. It was the most beautiful. Her strength wasn't in shining alone, but in sharing her light with others. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel for further amazing stories. See you in the next adventure story.